don't take this the wrong way. I mean, you've been great about this.
How can I take that the wrong way?
It is just really inconsiderate to drink coffee in front of me. You know, I can't drink coffee for another 4 months, and I really like coffee. I mean, I normally have probably like 2 cups of coffee every day.
All right. I'll give up coffee until the baby's born.
Gee, thanks.
You can pay me back.
How?
Tell me why you're so anxious. I heard you walking around in your room. You'd lie down for a few minutes, you get up, you start walking around again.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry if I kept you awake.
You're acting like you're afraid.
I'm a convicted murderer. I think it's allowed,
And I've
Jason.
told you so many times that there's a way to get the murder conviction set aside. And we're doing everything we can to make sure that you don't go to prison, but you have to cooperate, Sam. Tell me who you're protecting.
It's nothing that can hurt you,
It's something
Jason.
that can hurt you and the baby because you're supposed to be resting, not stressing out all night walking around the room.
Fine, I'll take a nap. Will that make you happy?
Sam, whatever you've done, I've probably seen worse. And if you're gonna trust me to help raise your daughter, why can't you trust me with this?
Hey, you would do anything for Michael, right?
You know I would.
Why?
What do you mean, why? Because I love him.
No, Jason, it's more than that. He's innocent. He needs you to protect him, even when he makes mistakes.
Right, and this baby is innocent, too. She needs to count on you and respect you. I mean, she can't carry what happened to your mother, and she sure as hell can't grow up knowing her own mother's in prison.
Well, you said you'd make sure I stayed free,
well,
right?
I can't make a crime go away until I know what actually happened, and you haven't told me yet.
Yes, I did.
All of it?
Okay.
Jason, are you there? Hey, Sam. I probably shouldn't have shown up here. I don't think anyone followed me.
No, it's okay. Just tell me what.
I didn't want to call you. That's how I heard over the phone. Grandmother's dead. She passed away last night in her sleep.
You should drink some tea. You look pale.
You're right. I never drank tea before I came to live with the Quartermains. My birth mom drank coffee in the morning and soda and lemonade when it got hot. And I started drinking tea with grandmother.
In her sitting room in the afternoons.
Did I tell you that?
Yeah, after, I left the house. I had that job on the pier, and you tracked me down.
Mm-hmm.
You wanted my permission to tell grandmother I was alive and not eating out of garbage cans.
Grandfather was so mad at you. He'd go on and on about how you were a disgrace, and a couple of weeks of sleeping in doorways would teach you some respect. And grandmother didn't want to hear it. She'd say, "Edward, that will be quite enough." And he'd shut right up. I remember I was so furious at him, and she said that it was his way of showing that he loved you.
She was always good at that. Knowing what people meant instead of what they said.
And I could talk to her about anything. And we'd just sit there in the afternoons and sew, and I felt so lucky because she was the kind of grandmother that you dream of having. You know, one who needle points and serves you tea and has the time to listen.
She was lucky to have you, too. I mean, all those days after school. You could have been doing anything else, and you took the time to be with her.
I didn't do anything great.
Yeah, you did. You gave her what I didn't. gave her your time.
Him, Emily.
Jason needed to come.
I can't stay.
It's okay. It's okay. Just being here makes all the difference to Edward.
It means everything to us, Jason. Thank you.
Do you know, out of everyone in this family, you remind me the most of your grandmother. You have her strength, her determination. You have her eyes. At least you had the decency not to get shot to death or be sentenced to life in prison while your grandmother was still here. She thought the world of you.
I'm grateful for that.
Your grandmother was the only reason you gave this family the time of day. And for that, I'm grateful.
Hey.
How'd you sleep?
Good, I just woke up. Did you go visit your family?
No, my grandmother never tried to tell me what to do. Never even asked me to visit. She was just very glad to see me when I showed up. I brought her peppermint candy once.
No, that is something I can't picture. You actually going to the store buying peppermint candy.
I stole it.
Okay, that? Yeah, I can picture that.
Yeah, I had this job on the pier, and a crate fell, busted open, and there were all these boxes of candy. Fell out, so, the foreman had me repack the crate, but I kept some of the candy. And the next day, Emily came to see me, and she just, said that grandmother had missed me so much, and that she'd been sick, so I went to visit her. And we sat in the kitchen eating a lot of peppermint candy. She asked me how I was living. I told her about my job, how I changed my last name to Morgan. She really liked that. Her maiden name was Morgan. And she told me about her brother who died in World War II. And, I remember her voice got so sad. And I realized how much she missed him, even though he'd been dead for years. She told me that's how it is with love. She said the heart had a long memory.
Would it be okay with you if we named the baby Lila?
You'd want to.
I just feel like she would be another Lila Morgan. And maybe your grandmother could be like a guardian angel for her.
Yeah, I think we're... I know my grandmother would love for the baby to have her name.